All right, folks. Another week of Let's Talk Snowboarding and another new episode. And this week we got a legend, not just in our local area up here, but somebody that you might be able to find on Instagram. We got Chuck Schmidt, a.k.a. the Crocodile. Find his Instagram. He is somebody up here in the local scene who's been very, very cool. He ran Lookout Pass terrain parks for quite a few years. And every time I mention his name to some of the homies up here locally, they always know who Chuck Schmidt is. He's done some cool stuff in marketing. He has his own brand of clothing. He really is just a whole brand in himself. And it was kind of a big get to get this man in the booth. And we are so stoked to have him. So we'll get into it right now, the Chuck Schmidt episode. Back with another episode of Let's Talk Snowboarding, and this week we got a heavy hitter in the booth, but always want to shout out Josh on producing. Josh, how's your day been, buddy?
Yo, it's been busy, but it's been good.
Nice, dude. Nice, dude. And we got the legend in the booth today, Chuck Schmidt. How's it going, man?
It's good, man. I don't know if I'm a legend, but
I would say you are. Like in the intro, I mentioned that your name gets mentioned a lot up here, and everyone kind of knows who the guy is. So, yeah, it's awesome.
I'm stoked to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's cool.
Yeah, we kind of met earlier this week and kind of chatted a little bit over at Fine Brewed and stuff. But I kind of wanted to just catch up. What's been going on? How's your season been so far? We're low on snow right now, but what's popping right now for you? What's been keeping you busy?
You hit mid-30s and you go, all right, I can't live like a degenerate. Not that I live a degenerate life, but you got to be healthy.
Yeah.
So working out and building businesses, offending who I can in a respectful manner.
Yeah.
I'm a failure of many things, and then you kind of just combobulate into I guess what I do, which I'm still figuring out. But
yeah,
snowboarding wise, I've gone up once.
Okay.
So kind of a sin, but it's not good.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
What day were you up at Schweitzer? Or?
Yeah. Schweitzer probably like 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
I did like 5 runs and went through the park a couple times because I'm addicted to it still at 37.
Yeah.
But, I was like, I had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had it snowed at all, or was it just firm pack?
Firm, but, It's snowboarding is just fun. It's just the thought of just doing the whole process is fun. The older you get, the more you got to get to the ritual of just like doing the whole thing is part of it. So it's better than sitting around and doing work.
Yeah. Yeah. And as far as work goes right now, you're a man that wears many hats. You do a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
What's work looking like for you right now? Because we kind of chatted and you're kind of starting a new business right now, a non-alcoholic beer.
Yep.
But what else are you getting into? Let's talk about that.
It's hard for me to answer. I work incognito.
Okay.
I'm an incognito boy. I do a lot of marketing, branding, design, website development.
Cool.
And it's kind of like if you're a carpenter, it's like what you know to do that can bring income. And you don't want to do it. It's not like I hate doing it. It's just I enjoy doing it, and I have a very small pool of clients that I have that I work for, that I do their branding, their websites, their print, automations, all that kind of fun stuff. That pays the bills. But I keep myself in incognito, where I don't advertise myself. I don't have a website for it. I don't even have a business card. Like, I've actually learned if there's anybody out there trying to figure out how to do things in life in this realm, you're better off just keeping yourself as this little secret, and then companies just want you even more.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, I can't find you. I'm like, yeah, you can't find me. But I do a lot of that, but I've also worked in the entertainment business for a couple years with music artists and comedians. I've started and failed plenty of companies in my life, from tech startups to cigar companies to koozies, and yeah, I've been working on a non-alcohol beer company for the last year and 2 months, 3 months.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know.
Yeah, that's kind of like the craze right now, almost.
Yeah, it really is.
The brewing, and we had Caleb Gerber recording this morning, and we kind of touched on that a lot because he's a sales director for Grand Teton right now, and so we were kind of talking about how the new generation, especially like these younger kids, they don't drink alcohol at all, and they've kind of seen like the detriment that it does and all this kind of stuff. And so he was talking about how asked him, was like, you guys ever think of like brewing like a IPA that is like non-alcoholic or like really really low ABV and stuff? And he's like that is a hard thing to do because it costs a lot of money to get that done. What are some things that you've kind of encountered, like trying to start this beer company up? Like, how is it tough to get it going because of that? Or
I would have to. Some things are pretty easy because I have a laundry list of absolute dump truck fire failures, but I've done a good job of just like I don't quit. So like I keep a good reputation. I always take the higher road when I can, whether the business is good or not. And I just have conjured up really impeccable relationships over the last literally like 15, 20 years, to where now I'm in a fortunate and humbling position where I know very wildly successful and extremely wise people that, one guy, Jeff Moore, who's a true friend and one of the wisest people I know. He ran the VF Corp. He was the president of the VF Corp, which owns Vans and North Face. I don't know. There's all of them. And he was the president for 13 years. He's a friend of mine that I get to have coffee with and just bounce ideas off of. And I drop swear words on accident, but I'm a renegade Christian, and he's a wise person in that realm for me as well. But I know guys like that. I know people from the entertainment realm, that ran big music artists like Aaron Carter and Backstreet Boys, and so I know a lot of like the celebrity influence. And then I have friends who are very rich, and so when you like put them all together, I have a fairly easy path to being able to do this, just because of the relationships I've had that I've had to literally die for, right? So that's the hard part. Yeah. But I'm all about simplicity, efficiency, and optimization. So those are my cardinal rules in business. So if they don't obey those rules, drop it in the trash can. So, for me, I just try to automate and vertically build a business as much as I can. So when it comes to making the beer, I have no idea. I just know what I like and what it should taste like and what it should look like. And I found a source over on the east that can make anything I want, and they package it, they create it, they can put it on freight and deliver it to me. So right now the biggest hurdle is money. And we've been in talks with a singular investor who can float pretty much anything they want. So we've just been going back and forth for the last like 3 months, and we're getting pretty close to hammering out. Like right now we're in the very fine tune of like what's internet cost every month, and like what's insurance costs, and we're just running out like a 4-quarter into a 6-quarter kind of runway.
Okay. Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's good to hear.
So we'll see what happens.
For sure. I wanted to kind of rewind and just kind of get into your journey through snowboarding.
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up here.
Okay.
Been here for 31 years or so. Everyone's from California some way, somehow.
Yeah.
So I was born in Long Beach Hospital in 1988.
Wow.
And my parents were like, this place sucks. Let's get out of here. And moved to North Idaho, 95 or something. And my dad's a legendary surfer. Like my dad sold drugs.
Okay.
He was always like, hey, when you get older, Chuck, this is my early teens, travel as much as you can and do what you want to do. I have phenomenal parents. And so I when I picked up snowboarding, I was like, that's all I wanted to do. And then once I became an adult, I was like, you can't do this without working. And then my dad's like, yeah, I sold a lot of weed. I was like, okay, that, doesn't do that anymore. He's a very successful realtor. But he was a surfer, so he couldn't surf. We're in Idaho, so he skied. He lived in Kirkwood back in the day. He built a home in Kirkwood, lived in Tahoe. My aunt, his sister's from Mammoth, or lives in Mammoth. So I just graduated high school barely and moved to Mammoth to try to do everything I possibly can to become a pro, but grew up at Schweitzer, and I was a park rat. Like, if it snowed 3 feet, I'm hitting the jump. Like, even if it's closed.
Some soft landings. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So did you grow up in Coeur d'Alene?
Hayden.
Hayden. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Very cool. Very cool. What was it like kind of growing up here, and at what age did you like kind of get onto a snowboard, and when did you really start to get up to the mountain quite a bit?
I skied, and 5th grade, I remember it. 5th grade, all my friends were snowboarding, and I had some older friends, and they were like snowboarding, and I was like, "What's snowboarding?"
Yeah.
And my dad's like, "You can't snowboard until you can go down every run at Schweitzer." So we went down Whiplash on skis. I was like 12, and he bought me a snowboard, and I took a lesson or two, and I remember the day that I discovered a terrain park. I didn't even know what that was. I just, you'd see, like, growing up back in the day when there's internet was a locked thing, you'd see it on TV with X Games or, skateboarding and stuff. So, like, I thought it was just TV stuff, but I didn't know, like, that was, like, at your local ski hill, if you had that. And Schweitzer had a terrain park, and we were at a ski lesson, and the guide lesson dude is like, "What do you want to do?" And everyone's like, "The terrain park." And I'm like, what's this? And they're like, "Oh, buddy," and then, like, I saw it, and I was like, we're together now. And as soon as I picked up a snowboard, like, I like skiing and it was fun, but when I picked up a snowboard, like, in 5th grade, I was like, this is all that I meant to do. This is all I'll ever do. This is all I ever want. And snowboarding consumed me, like, purely.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I was kind of like the same way. As soon as I got into a snowboard, I was like, "Oh, this is it."
Yeah,
right here. I'm hooked right now. And I kind of went away from it for a while during, like, my college years and stuff like that. But as soon as I got back on again, it's like never left. You know what I mean? So that's really cool to hear. What were some of your, like, growing up? What were some of, like, your favorite riders and stuff like that?
Oh man, Laurie Hascari. If I'm saying it right. Anybody from that forum realm. Okay. Forum Resistance. What was the first forum video? Is it Resistance?
I think it is the Resistance, yeah.
Right, I think it is. It's like 98, 2000 realm. Okay. I saw it at a friend's house, and I didn't even know snowboard videos existed. And I was just, that was another level of consumption that I was like, those dudes, JF Pelchat, with the chops, JP Walker still, Kevin Jones, Jeremy Jones, baby. Xavier Del Rule. Yeah. Even Sage Kostenberg, sick. Danny Cass. I lived in Mammoth, so I got to, like, see some of those dudes like Scotty Vine, Mason Aguirre. But just on the TV, Andreas Wig especially, like Aaron Bittner. And I had a thought that you might ask this, and then it's an imperial sin of mine, because my favorite rider, I don't even remember his name, but he's like Sage Kostenberg meets Aaron Bittner, and that creates Dash Camp, and he rides exactly like Dash Camp. He's, like, super smooth, very big, and he's over in the European realm, and he was in the X Games like 5-6 years ago, and when everyone was doing all these, like, flippity dippity stuff, and he was just doing, like, big rodeo 5s and stuff, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. He's my favorite. What's his name? I don't know. If you give me multiple choice, I'd know.
But he's the one.
He's the one. So if he's out there, he's
is he?
He's fully tatted.
He's fully tatted. Okay. Oh man,
Dash would know.
Not Mickle Bang, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's okay.
When you say tattoos,
Yep,
that's like
Mickle Bang.
literally who you kind of think of as Mickle, because he's like
Yep.
full sleeves,
Yep.
fully body
Yeah.
tattooed.
Mickle Bang, number
Nice.
one favorite rider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that, dude.
Just because he can go park and he can just ride the backcountry like it's nothing.
Oh yeah,
love that.
It's crazy to watch, and he's a tall guy too.
Yeah,
So
big
those
dude.
tall guys sometimes are always kind of like interesting. They seem like they got so much style when
Yeah.
they're really really good. So,
Yeah.
yeah, because usually as snowboarders, it's always been like, oh, the short guys kind of dominate everything.
Yeah, we learned that with Louis Vito.
Yeah.
It's kind of subpar. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
Subway sandwich.
A little bit.
Like it's good, but it's not like
Yeah.
I want the Mickle Bang sandwich.
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome. Growing up here in this area, what was kind of like your local shop growing up?
Ski Shack.
All the day?
All day, dude. Julie at Ski Shack, Ren, Avery Vucinich, all the Vuciniches. I was neighbors with them. And Ski Shack's still, I mean, there should be a business book written by them, like
Yeah.
how to sustain, because I couldn't imagine, because I live in the realm of e-commerce and selling stuff, and I'm the devil in the blue suit on figuring all that out. And like it's asinine to start a local board shop. Even a shout out to Josh at Pistol Board Shop too. Like it's the people who do it. There you go. Yeah. Those are the people that keep the core alive, and Ski Shack's 100% one of them.
Yeah.
Especially keeping that main vein alive of being able to walk in a shop and smell that, and like kids don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
We grew up. We're the same age, right?
Yeah, I'm 38, gonna be 39.
Right. I'll be 38 in like 2 months or something. But
Okay.
so like we grew up in the golden age. But it's like, walking in. I got to buy Vivid, was my first snowboard film I bought. I own a VHS. Nixon Jib Fest 2001.
Nice.
Devin Walsh, all those guys. Like, we got to live in a time where that was the support system. So yeah, Ski Shack was awesome. I even got to ride for them.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
So Chad Warren and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
the legend, and yeah, that's cool. It's been kind of cool to highlight some of like the riders from the Ski Shack team, and some of like the legends here locally, the older legends, and then some of the new up and comers and stuff. So that's
Right.
been really, really nice. And it's cool to see what Ski Shack is doing. Everything's kind of, they're just so heavily involved in the community here within Coeur d'Alene, Hayden, and Rathdrum. And then, of course, you got 7B.
Yeah.
With
Rory
Rory and Sandpoint.
I mean, it's like,
and-
Rory's a massive legend, Do the 1-1-1 thing, like that's a, he's one of them too. Like that's
a shout out to Rory.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, in Dash Camp, and then of course Kix, his brother. Like it's cool to see, like, it was kind of so under the radar for the longest time up here, and now it's starting to get highlighted a little bit more, and those legends are paying it forward to the new generation come up and stuff. So very cool, man. You mentioned the being down in Mammoth for a while. I kind of want to get into that. At what point did you said you lived down there for quite some time?
2 years.
Yeah, when was that, and how'd that kind of shape like your snowboarding career?
Well, a long, long time ago when I was a little boy. Frick, dude. 2006.
Okay.
20 years ago. That's terrible.
That's the year I graduated high school.
I graduated and crickets, because it's a ding-a-ling-a-ding-ding a long time ago. But I moved there because I was, can I say retarded? I don't know. I said it. You didn't say it. I could say it because I was an echelon of stupidity in school. I was stupid. Like I took tutoring classes. I did Sylvan Learning Center. I did like everything. And I was a professional D- student. So school for me was just like not a thing. And I actually thought I was deeply thought. I was like, I'm stupid, but I'm good at this.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm good at the creative thing. I can paint and I'm artistic. So like my plan was to like be a pro and then do graphic design work and eventually do graphic work for a snowboard brand. And then my idea was like to maybe own a company. I found out later that I wasn't stupid. I'm good with numbers and math, but yeah, I moved to Mammoth. I was just like, this is what I'm meant to do. And everyone went to college, and I went to Mammoth, and I treat it like a business, like or a goal. Like I was like, I'm here to become pro. Like so for me, it was like, it's the Hollywood of snowboarding in Mammoth. You know, Colorado has it too, but like Mammoth, you see everybody. You know, so I was a big fish in a small pond here in North Idaho, and I was a sub-medium fish in the Mammoth realm, which I loved because you're just riding with people who are like, I saw these jumps and I was like, there's no way I'm hitting that. And you see a chick do a 540 over it, and you're like, fuck, I have to do it now.
Yeah.
You know, so like your level of progression just like accelerates like insanely like high. So it was fun. I mean, some of my fondest memories of, you know, in that single youthful life are from Mammoth. You know, I lived very close to a chair. Again, I don't drink. I never really had a problem with drink. I gave it up like officially at the beginning of this year, but even last year I drank like 4 or 5 beers. But like I carried that even from a young age. Like I was like here to snowboard. And so there's party friends. They'd always try to get me drunk. I'd bring Gatorade to like beer pong and stuff. And they're like, I'm the Christian kid. They're like, we're gonna get you. And they never got me.
Yeah.
You know, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like kind of your time there, like who were some, you mentioned like Mason and Geary was there. Who were you what were some of the names that like you were kind of hanging out with? Because we all know Mammoth at that time was like you said, it's like the Mecca. Like you got a few Meccas, right? It's like Rado, Mammoth, Tahoe, Hood, and then of course, you know, you got Whistler back in the day when they used to do like their summer camps and stuff. So what was kind of like the crew that you rolled with down there in Mammoth?
Well, I'll be honest. Like because I didn't drink and party, I didn't have that like connection outside of the mountain with them.
Yeah.
So like I was like kind of like this like, oh yeah, I know you, like we know each other, but it's hard to see each other through the gear, you know. But Scotty Vine, Scotty Lago, by the way, I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but this is pre-Olympics for him. He was hilarious. We were doing like we called him sexual chocolate threes, and we do a train and we just do like 360s. We were like 5 or 10 of us, and he would just pull his pants down and just do a backside 3, and I was like, this is it. This is living, you know. So I'm like, Molly Aguirre, she was so cool. The Aguirres are cool. Mason and Molly were like the kindest, coolest, awesomest people. Mason Aguirre, Burton had that like one-piece dice outfit. You know when they showed up, you're like, oh, that's Mason. You know, they're high-fiving, just like throwing down tricks, and I was good enough to throw down tricks, and you know, like it was just like, and it's always sunny. I remember praying to the good Lord to please give me a cloudy day. Like I was like begging for a cloudy day because it was sunny every day in Mammoth. You know, where I was like that privileged, where I was like, please just give me like a flat lighting.
Give me a Schweitzer day.
Yeah, give me a Schweitzer day.
That's awesome.
But it was fun riding with those guys. I rode with a lot of those people on the mountain. Off mountain, I didn't hang out much. I went back in my little cubby hole, my aunt's house.
Yeah. Well, you kind of were wondering what Scotty's up to. It's funny. One of my homies, well, I don't. He's not. I've never met him face to face, but he's always been super kind. He's a big YouTuber, Casey Willax.
Yeah, I know that name.
He rides for Scotty because Scotty presses. He has like an entire snowboard company.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Lego snowboards and
or Vine. Sorry, Scotty. Wait, which one?
Lego.
Okay, yeah.
And then he was doing that. He was a part of that Samuel Adams like big air event that traveled the country for a long time. He was in that a lot, and then he's just out back on the East Coast, the Northeast, Northeast Vermont, all that kind of stuff, and he's a big hunter now.
Yeah, I think I stumbled upon his Instagram. I kind of saw some of that. I was like, that's cool.
But like seriously, the legend.
Yeah,
I remember one of our buddies went to that a couple years ago. They came to Schweitzer for that Sam Adams event. And one of our buddies, Sam Fortis, he was like, it made it his mission to find Scotty Lego. And he did. And he got to talk to him for a little bit. So he was just like over the moon.
Yeah, he's a complete joker. Yeah. Absolute joker kid.
Yeah.
Joker kid. He's older than me, I think. But yeah, just fun. He was like the embodiment of Mammoth.
Yeah.
I was like, this is what I came here for.
Nice. What was, when you were down in Mammoth, like what was the job? What was the hustle down there to kind of fund to get to go ride and stuff? Or were you just riding all the time?
Yeah. Again, I have great parents. So my dad made a rule. He's like, if you go to college, I'll pay for your rent. And I did a semester of college at Saracoso Community College in Mammoth.
Okay.
I did a semester and I hated it. So I backed out, and my dad's like, "You're on your own." And so I'm good with money. My dad taught me money. I broke my snow because we'd visit Mammoth when I was a kid because my aunt lived there, so we'd get some tickets and stuff. And I thought it was cool. I broke my first snowboard at Mammoth, and I was like 14. My dad's like, "I'll buy you a snowboard, but you're gonna have to pay me back, and the first month is free, but you're gonna have a 10% compound interest after that."
Oh,
I'm like, well, whatever, that's cool. I paid a lot. I paid the whole summer for that board.
Yeah.
But I just worked at the Yodeler, which is across from the main lodge in Mammoth. And because my first day of work, the kitchen manager's like, he's on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll see you next week," or whatever it was. He's like, "So and so's having a bad trip on acid. Like, he's not gonna come in. The other one's hungover." He's like, So, and I cooked. I knew that trade, so they liked me a lot because I was just like, I'd actually show up on time, and I wasn't hungover, or I could do my job. So I got priority choice on just afternoon, evening shifts.
Nice.
And I had a locker underneath the Yodeler, so I just take the bus, get changed, and go to the main park,
Nice.
across the parking lot, and that's just all I did.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, that schedule works out really nicely.
Oh, yeah.
To where you can kind of shred in the mornings and
Yeah.
go to work right
Every day.
afterwards. Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Guys, I want to talk about a new sponsor for Let's Talk Snowboarding, which is the Ski Shack in Hayden, Idaho. Ski Shack is a local family-owned and operated ski and snowboard shop located in Hayden, Idaho. They specialize in sales, rental, and repair, and they opened in 1976. That's going on 50 years up here in North Idaho. They have been offering a skiing and snowboarding to North Idaho and beyond for that much time, which is crazy. One of the oldest ski shops in the entire state. We appreciate everyone at the ski shop for supporting Let's Talk Snowboarding. So go in there as soon as possible and get yourself dialed, whether it be getting a fresh tune-up for your board or skis or grabbing some new gear, because they got all the best in outerwear and also in boots and bindings, boards and skis. So head on over to Ski Shack, located at 9437 North Government Way in Hayden, Idaho, and have some fun picking out some cool stuff.
Dude,
Yeah.
I like that. So yeah, that was the program, and like you said, like the party scene at Mammoth was like one of like the most legendary ever.
Yeah.
Like even like Mason talks about it when he did the bomb hole and stuff, how it was just like that time in his life was just like all the time, every single day, just going crazy.
Yeah.
But that was like the culture back then for snowboarding, and
Yeah.
yeah,
It's part, it's like and everybody in Mammoth, like even like I thought they were old at the time, they're like mid 30s or 40s, and they're just living their life, and there's no right or wrong way to do that, but there's just like lifties that have been there forever, and they just party. I went over to this one guy's house. He had a cat, and the cat just crawled in this pillowcase, and he just picks it up and blows all his weed into the pillowcase, and the cat got high. And I'm like, okay, this is but yeah, it was pure party. Lonnie Koch, by the way.
okay,
He's not white. He wrote for DC, and he had the longest hair thing.
okay,
And he could spin like a top, know. And he's not like a professional rock climber.
oh, okay,
I think.
nice.
But, there's just a bunch of people that would cycle through, and you'd see the Grenade guys were there at the time.
Sure.
This is like peak Grenade moments. Funny story, actually, I was riding the South Park, and it was like 10:30 in the morning on a weekday. Is pretty slow, and I rode it a couple times, and Danny Cass comes behind me, and he was clearly hungover, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "How are the jumps?" Like, I'm like, "They're pretty good." He's like, "You mind if I follow behind you?" And I was like, can't fall, and I just went straight. The first one I did fine. Second one I overshot a little bit, and the third one I was just like, "I'll see ya," and he just took off, and I was like, I hope he didn't get hurt. He was smart enough, even his hungover times, to maybe not follow me next time.
It's it's so funny, like the evolution of him. He a friend of the podcast who's been on a couple episodes, half pipe team rider Lucas Foster.
Yeah.
So he always talks so highly of like when Danny took over the team.
Yep.
And now like it's a whole vibe with that team and
It
everything.
was.
Yeah.
The Dingo would be out all the time.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
but
peace, Dingo,
he was
baby.
just like cruising, and like he'd be like just trailing like a dog with like a cool dog with Danny Cass.
Yeah.
It just was. It's hard to have a bad time. It's like. It's just sunny. You got some of the best park riding in the world there. You got super duper pipe, and you got everything.
Yeah.
And it's
like most of those parks are just off that chair right down.
Yeah, they have like multiple parks, but yeah, like the main, I think it's called Unbound Park, the main one.
The big dog, yeah.
Yeah, and they have the South Park, and then they have a couple little ones. And the Jib Garden or whatever they called it.
I think they call Forest Park or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The one that they like kind of build through the trees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a flowy jump line and stuff with hips and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
it was super. It was just so creative. I was like, holy cow, this is insane.
I felt very privileged when I was at Timberline at Mount Hood.
Mm-hmm.
That was like probably one of the most legendary times for the parks there. Because
Absolutely.
They started the Flow Park when I was there. And that was literally like my favorite thing ever.
Right.
Yeah, it was just like small to medium features.
Right.
With like hips one way, the other way, like little octagon tables, square tables, like mini jumps through the trees, just like that park down.
And that was
Mammoth.
like way ahead of its time. For that period. Like it's just like what? Like it's not just like jump and rail.
Yeah, and the best was when it had like an upper section of the flow park, and then right in the middle of the park line, if they had enough snow, they would have a 12-foot half pipe.
Yeah.
So they had like kind of like a little mini pipe thing, and then there was another section right before you got to the bottom, towards the bottom of the chair. That had another set of features and stuff with rollers and all this cool shit. So
June Mountain, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolute secret. I'm sure it's still slow over there. Like Mammoth just bought it because they're like, nope, you're not going to compete with us. They bought it, but like you go there, the jumps are nuts. Like, and no one's there. It's like Silver Mountain on a weekday. Sorry, Silver, but it's just like it's just like, but like these like like the jumps are bigger, and they had one run line called the Gunner. I don't know what they called it, but you couldn't do it unless you got approved. And like they're like, yeah, that's for the grenade team.
Wow,
it was cool. It's cool to see it all.
I do have to apologize to the listeners and to Josh and Chuck. I'm sorry that I keep coughing, but I'm just trying to get over this cough that my kids had for a while, and now I got it. So
I gotta take my drill out.
I haven't had I'm not contagious. I don't have a fever or anything. I just got some weird thing going on that I guess it's just like kind of going around the entire area and stuff. So apologies for my intermittent coughing. Sorry.
You're forgiven.
Yeah, thank you.
I was in.
Yeah, some solution there.
Yeah, have a smelling salt clear up the sinuses
Smelling
here.
salts too.
Yeah.
I got a tiny nose, so I don't know. It's like a 2-to-1 ratio for me, probably.
Yeah.
Just waft it.
Yeah.
Waft it and try and get both. Sometimes you'll feel it in one nostril.
I snorted creatine like a month ago.
In preparation for today's workout.
Yeah, just to see.
Yeah.
See.
Don't do it. It kind of hurts.
No, I haven't messed with creatine in such a long time. Back in college, I used to do it all the time. So yeah. So during your time in Mammoth, is that when you started to kind of get, some flow from companies where you're getting into that like dabbling into the pro snowboarder lifestyle and getting some products?
Yeah, I was like, I guess I can say it now because I just don't give a hoot anymore. But like I was like to toot my own horn, I guess I was like the kid that like even pros were like, holy shit, like you're good. Like who are you? Like I got that a lot because I just didn't party or they didn't. I wasn't socializing with them, so I didn't have that connection for the most part, only on the hill. And then my first season was kind of like a discovery mode. Like it was just more like figuring it out. My second season was like the ramp up, I was riding with some dudes, and I got like ski, snowboard shop flow stuff, before I even moved to Mammoth and stuff like that, but nothing like direct from a company. And then I had an opportunity, to be like part of an independent snowboard film for a buddy, and it probably wasn't even big, but it was like they were gonna go into Canada, close to Idaho, and do some backcountry stuff. And so I was like, I'll go to my hometown and ride there for a little bit after Christmas. I'll piggyback and go up, and that was like the beginning. I was like, okay, I think I'm on the pathway to this, and that's when I got the tree up my ass, and then after the tree up my ass, I got the opportunity. I was like, okay, I paid my dues, and we could talk about that.
Yeah.
You know, but
we will.
I was like, okay, I paid my dues. I'm wearing diapers, but I can still ride. And my buddy was like, I don't think Scotty Vine was with DC at the time or somebody. The DC team manager was coming in, and they had 2 AM spots, and it was me and this guy named Casey, like to go ride with, and we were just cruising, and I just do a tuck knee off we call it the showcase. It's like a massive, massive jump, and I just do a tuck knee off of it, like super, just as much as you can, and then I couldn't get my board underneath me again, and I like nose pressed down the landing and then flipped over, and my shoulder popped all the way over to like the middle of my chest.
Whoa.
And this is like 2 months after the tree up my ass started me snowboarding, and it was just like multiple injuries, you know. So I moved back to Idaho, and then I ended up getting some more of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Got you. Yeah. So you've mentioned it, the tree up the ass.
Yeah.
When and where did that happen? Because that's a gnarly thing
Schweitzer
to happen.
off of Poochie's.
Okay.
And you know what's funny is this cliff. I don't know what it's called. It's probably called something. But my buddy Josh Wing Noodles, who you should have on here at some point.
Okay.
He rode for Ski Shack at the time. I was riding with Ski Shack. We're just homies, especially back in the day. We call it CJ's Cliff, the Chuck and Josh Cliff, because it was like it kind of sloped. So you have like a 5-foot vertical to like, 15, depending on the time of the season. But it was just wide open underneath. So you can actually go 20 feet on it pretty easy. And we call it CJ's Cliff because it was like we just learned how to spin off cliffs on that cliff. Because at Schweitzer, like it's just all trees. So it's like hard to find a place that's not like just freaking flat that's open, and this was it. And so I knew this cliff very well. It was at the time it was like 2007, December of 2007. And it was snowing like crazy. Like it was just like feet and feet and feet of snow even in town. And it was a good season. And I'm a calculated cowboy. So like, I don't just like throw myself. Like I actually unstrapped my foot, like one binding out, looked over the edge, pure white. I had to clear a little bit of gappage because of some foliage and stuff. And I was like, okay, cool, we're good. Hike back up. I'm with my dad and my brother. And I just hike back up, send it. I land and I stand back up to like keep riding because, you absorb, you're not landing with stiff knees. And I just couldn't breathe, and I felt warm chunkiness run down my legs, and I just felt like I just was like stunned, like something just like hammered you, and
Yeah.
I thought I shit and pissed myself, and I'm no doctor, but when you're around the snowboard realm, you're like, if I pooped and peed myself, like then I might have a dropped organ, and I don't want to move because you can have like a internal bleeding, and then you're toast, So I just sat in this bomb hole at like 12, 15 feet from where I landed, and I told my dad and brother to go get help because I just knew something was wrong, but I wasn't like hurting yet, and it took them forever to find me. And the ski patrol guy was like, "Okay, lean forward." And I leaned forward, and his words were, he was like, "Oh shit, buddy, like you're sitting in a puddle of blood." And I'm like, good, thanks, great. I was about to do I was gonna do like a snowboard thing in Canada. Like this is gonna be, I'm still thinking I could still do it, but they put me on a stretcher. They had to carve a path for the snowmobile to come get me. They had to lay me on my back, which just super sucked. And I'm on Poochie's, so I'm like on the back side of Schweitzer, and they had to get me all the way around to the ski patrol.
Yeah.
And I don't have insurance, so I'm like, don't touch me. Like I don't want to do anything that involves money.
Yeah.
And so they cut my pants. They kind of looked, and they're like, it looks like I was like, I think I hit a rock. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. And they're like, they just saw like a long gash, like as much as they without touching, because welcome to the land of attorneys, you can't touch.
Yeah.
Eddie the Eagle, stop, don't touch, leave the area, tell an adult. Gun safety. But this is with ass injury safety, I guess. But my dad made a little nest in the back of his car, and one of my really good friends, his name is Noel. His dad is a doctor, and his name's Terry Risky. He owns the HAYDEN family physician thing. My now wife that I'm, my wife, we were only dating for like 2 days, like when this happened, and I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anybody. We're like, just don't tell anyone because we don't know how bad it is.
Yeah.
Go to Terry's office, and that's when it was bad, because that's when we took my pants off, and my sweatpants were just pure blood, like all the way into my legs, like everything was just blood, because my ass cheeks were holding, thankfully, was holding the wound closed. This tree up my butt.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so Terry was like, I don't want to sew this up just yet. Like, I got to see how deep it is. And all I remember is I'm kind of laying on my side, and his hand comes over like in front of me like this, and he's just got gloves on. He's like, Chuck, I'm not touching the end of this. It's just pure blood. He's like, you got to go to the ER, and this is bad.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, shit, this sucks. Like, that's when it hit me. I was like, this is bad. And so we go to the ER, and that's one of the most humiliating moments in my life. I felt like a fat little piggy. Like, I got put on this metal table, this like big metal table, and the two hottest nurses ever to exist just happened to be the ones.
Of course.
Yeah, and I'm like naked. The surgeons have me hold my ass open so they can see.
Oh my God.
And he takes this like turkey baster thing, and I don't know if he pumped air in my butthole or in my wound, but it all came out, and they were testing to see if I had rectal damage, right? Because that's a serious thing, I guess. And long story short, I had to wear diapers for a number of months. My dad, my best friend, had to change my diapers for me. I didn't pee and poop in them, but just like blood. And so they made an incision above my butt cheeks where they fed a tube through, because this wound went about 6+ inches in me. It hit my tailbone, shattered my tailbone to a star constellation.
Oh, jeez.
And but I miraculously avoided everything vital. So like the surgeon was like, if you were just 2 more inches back, he's like, permanent spinal damage, shattered pelvis, absolutely no reproductive system whatsoever, permanent, if not most of your life, colostomy and catheter. Like, you wouldn't be able to do anything. And all I did was just rip all of my muscle off of my ass muscle off of my pelvis. So I had like a swollen, flat, fat ass and no tailbone and a lot of nerve damage.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel anything. But I wore diapers, and the doctor was like, don't snowboard for the rest of the season. I was like, sure. And gave me some pills and was like, all right, you're good. But my dad went back the next day and found the tree. So what ended up happening is somebody at Schweitzer not doing their job and cutting brush at hip height, I assume, and was cutting brush, and this stick, it was 2.5 inches in diameter. So I can show you pictures on my phone later, but it's a sucker, right? So whenever you're on a nature walk, next time you see a tree that you can almost put your hand around, like, and try to rip that in half with your hand. I did that with my ass. Like, that's like the worst part of it, because you look at the bottom of the tree. Like, so I landed on it, and because I'm a 200-pound, 6-foot dude, physics just absorbed it, ripped the tree in half. It fell out. Yeah. And my dad found it, had blood and pants on it still. So now I have it in a shadow box in my home office.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Insane.
That's a miracle.
It totally is, dude.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, it was $50-something thousand.
Oh yeah.
And then Kootenai wrote it down to 32, and I paid it off by 23 years old or 4 years old.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
So instead of a car payment or a degree, I had to pay for my ass injury.
That's the risk we take, right?
Wow.
Yeah. And then that's what happened, like February 12th or whatever it was. 2 months later, that's when I separated my shoulder.
Yeah.
Like fully over here. And they tried to pop it back in, and something didn't pop back in. And they were like, you need to have surgery now. And I'm like, I'm just coming off this, and I don't have insurance. And so what are my chances of you not doing surgery to like 8% or 10%. But a week later, there's something that had to pop in, and a week later I'm on the couch and I just feel it pop in, and so I was good there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. You said, and like you said, those are just two
That's just two.
of the injuries, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have a big laundry list, I'm guessing. Of
Yeah, I've been knocked out. I dislocated my jaw. That sucked. I was spinning at Mammoth, and I land heel edge into the landing and just slapped back, and I hit my jaw, and my goggle lenses fly out, and I was definitely concussed. But I remember sitting up and going, "Oh, that hurt," and I couldn't say it, and it felt gushy right here. And I've never had that happen before, but I had adrenaline, so I just I buzzed off to the side and just put my hand underneath and just smacked, and it went back in.
Oh man.
And I had to eat with my front teeth for like 3 weeks. Like it was miserable.
geez.
Just
yeah,
like,
you just
know.
couldn't get. Yeah.
I severed my Achilles
Oh man.
almost 3 years ago. Actually, wait, shit. January 21st. Is that today? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm in my. It's just 3 years ago to today. I severed my Achilles completely in half snowboarding at Schweitzer 3 years ago, and I didn't know it happened. And then I had a great heel, and a week later after surgery, I trip over my dog, and it snaps in half again.
Oh my gosh.
Well, happy anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't do it. The Achilles is a way painful.
How did you
heel.
do that?
I have a snowboard that I shouldn't own, and it's the DC Powder Killer, and it's just a big boy. And I've never had a big boy snowboard. I have a size 11, 11 and a half, 12 foot, you know. So like I've never really bothered with like the fat boards, you know, and like, but I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm an adult. I have adult money. Let's give it a shot. And I should buy, in theory, I should buy like a 157 or something. I just went with like a 162.
Okay.
And it's a semi truck.
Yeah.
I can freaking rip. Like 1 inch of snow, no problem. I will rip down the hill. I'm a compact cube of meat, dude. I'm 220 pounds, and I can just rip. And I'm 34 or whatever. And I'm like, I shouldn't be riding this hard. And I'm blessed and cursed with like the thickest legs. So like in snowboarding too, like I can just take drops, and like I can just absorb impact like a fat ass. Like I could just like a horse legs slapped on a human. So like, but my Achilles wasn't meant for that.
Yeah.
And I just did like a, what was it? I just did like a toe side 180 off a cat track, but like as big as and fast as I can, you know, like.
Just going for it.
Yeah. And I landed, and I just felt like I had a bunch of snow underneath my boot.
Okay.
And I was like, that's weird. And so I just pull off the side right at the bottom of the midway run on the backside of Schweitzer, wherever that, I don't know, chairs, Lakeside, that triple.
Yeah.
And I'm like 100 feet from the landing, or from the, where you get on. And I just I unstrap my boot, and I pull out, and there's no snow. And so now I'm like, okay, now I have to assess my body, because that felt weird. And I just noticed I couldn't like move my foot back and forth
Sure.
really.
Yeah.
And then so that was, that was another whoops.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah.
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 That's I've only snowboarding. Well, I mean, I've busted myself doing other stuff, but snowboarding, really the only thing that's ever happened to me is 2 seasons ago. Last day I was up there late season, and it was a sick powder day. And I think it was late March. So it was just all time. And I was almost the end of the day, but it was windy that day. Like it had dumped most of the day, and then all of a sudden this wind just started kicking up. So I'm getting off the top of the Great Escape with the homies.
Yeah,
Four
I
of
was
us.
on that chair with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what happened, but I just like got in the landing at the top, to get off the chair was just rutted in ice. And
was
so my
pure
edge,
ice.
yeah, so my edge just like caught in that, like literally flipped me over, and I like stuck my unstrapped foot out, sprained it to shit. Like I thought I broke my ankle. It was that
Yeah,
bad.
that sucks.
And it's still like yesterday I just like was sitting on the couch and about to get up and take my kids out to go to Costco and stuff, and all of a sudden right before I start to get up, wasn't even doing anything, and this like just like sharp pain down where I heard it rears its head like once a month, once every couple weeks now. So it still hurts 2 years later.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm just like I work out a lot more now because I have like a torn MCL.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, that one from a rail. I was sponsored by Tech 9.
Okay.
So I was like, you got to do drops. So I ruined that one, and I have a huge scar on the top of my head. I hit a rail with my head.
Dude, speaking of Tech 9, you ever met Gooner?
Yeah, one time.
Chris Magoon? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think
he's a character.
Yeah. I went to Bear a couple times.
Okay.
And I don't know what the hype is with Gooner. I like him, but I was just like, how is this? I'll get hate for it. I don't care. You're not my dad. I'm old as You're not my dad. I'm old enough to say this. I don't care what you think. I never cared for him. I was like, I didn't hate him. I wasn't a hater. I was just like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like it's just like sloppy sloops. I was like, you can't. You're not Mickle Bang.
Yeah.
You know. But I was just the rep was in this area, and I got sponsored by this. I got boards and stuff.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah, that Tech 9. I mean, during that Tech 9 time, all that gear that you guys rocked and stuff was so sick. Loved that style back in the day.
Yeah.
But I can attest to that too. You know, like everyone has like their favorites, right? And not to deny, like Goon isn't nice with it on the rails and stuff, but he just is like one of those guys that he's not like my kind of style.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't deny the fact that he's, does a lot and all that kind of stuff. But Josh and I, I'm a former instructor. Josh is an instructor coach. So when we see bad mechanics and stuff on a snowboard, we're just kind of like,
Yeah.
Like, I don't like hunching over and like that even though you can throw down, it's just like
folding at the hips and for no reason.
It's like if Fentanyl was a snowboard pro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll say it. I don't care.
So, but not to deny the fact that like those guys in their own right, they can throw it down.
And some people like it.
Yeah.
And
some people like that slouchy style.
That's just a different take.
But yeah, my favorite snowboard is Stale Norwegian.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
And he's just bolts. Like he's always stacked. He just looks clean all the fucking time.
Yep.
And the same with Mikkel. Another Norwegian. Like those Norwegians,
they're scary,
and
dude.
Scandinavians, all just so freaking good.
Now it's the Japanese. It's like anytime it's the Japanese kids, you're just like, what? What? That's not. That's how.
Yeah.
I
didn't realize this.
So true.
That Ayumu Hirano, he's been around as long as like Sean, dude. Like
really?
Yeah. Like he was like literally. People are like, oh yeah, he was at this Olympics.
Wow.
Like placing, and I'm like, huh? And he still just looks like
16.
He doesn't even look like he tries
when I was
in the half pipe.
When I was in Mammoth, because I grew up in Schweitzer weather, when it is kind of snowy, blizzardy, none of them are riding. Nobody's riding.
Yeah,
I am because I'm used to it, and the Asians are.
Yeah,
because they're used to it. They're like, what's up? I'm like, what's up, dude? They're all like Special Blend out. They're all always with Special Blend or Genius Snowboards or something. They're like, they're ripping, just full blown, like unfazed by the weather. And so it was fun. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about Mammoth and why people don't get out there. I guess probably maybe just it's windy and stuff.
Super windy.
But those are like the best days.
Yeah.
As long as the chair's spinning, like, why wouldn't you go find like the wind blown crazy stashes?
26 chairlifts. I rode 3 of them the whole time.
Yeah.
That's how bad I was with Park.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's also like when it is snowing up there, I feel like how everything's laid out and it just turns into a mess.
Yeah.
Like people try and get it from Mammoth Lakes.
Oh, forget it. You can't. Powder at Mammoth sucks. It's not fun. Like you might get 1 or 2 runs, but then it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Go home.
Yeah.
Like it's cut up. Or I was there when it snowed like 10 feet in a weekend. And
wow.
Like tons of snow, and it was cold and windy, and the chairs were all shut down like 3 or 4 days leading up to that. So I was like, it's gonna dump, and I'm like, okay, I'll go in the powder because the park's gone. And it was 45 degrees the next day when it opened up, and it was like spring mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I'm staying in the park. I learned my lesson.
For sure. Yeah. It's definitely a different type of weather system down there.
Yeah.
Guys, Let's Talk Snowboarding is presented by Mountain Vibez. And Mountain Vibez was started in February 2016 by our CEO and founder Justin Desmond. With the input of close friends, Mountain Vibez officially went live November 1st of 2017, and Justin runs it with the help of Mountain Vibez co-owner Emily Sorger and our core team. When Justin created Mountain Vibez, his objective was not only to create a snowboarding company, but also a family where passion and the love of snowboarding outweighed years of experience and where judgment is not tolerated. We don't like the cool guys at Mountain Vibez. Everyone should be included in Mountain Vibez. Passion of snowboarding is what brings us all together and makes us a family. Along with creating a snowboarding family, Quality Snowboarding Apparel, we are a non-profit with an outreach program called Good Vibes and High Fives, where we take less fortunate kids out to snowboard. And I want you to check out our website, mountainvibes.com with a Z, and see what we're all about. We have everything from the charity to the apparel, and we're stoked that Mountain Vibez has presented Let's Talk Snowboarding over these last, 2 years. So thank you to Mountain Vibez.
Dude, yeah.
Commitment.
We didn't even mention it, but Chad Riley is the reason why you're in the seat today.
So cool.
Yeah, but he's another, like, he's a diehard, like, mountain biker.
Yeah.
And I met him through I think I mentioned it to you when we were at Fine Brew. Chris Robbins, the manager of the Trek store and stuff. They're gnarly. He was like, when I talked to him on his episode, I think, what was that, like a month or so ago?
About a month ago.
He's like, yeah, I just went to Canfield last night for my ride group. And I'm like,
yeah,
in the dark?
There's a Tuesday night.
Oh yeah,
bike
we
group.
got these we got these crazy headlamps now, these high powered ones, and we can see everything. I'm like,
yeah.
I won't get on one because I just get too into stuff. So I'm like, it's not my
yeah.
But that's a serious thing. Like,
oh yeah, mountain bikers they take it serious. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I take it serious on other things.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
motorcycles, flamethrowers, like those sort of,
Yeah.
That's more my route now.
Yeah, we gotta kind of start diving into that, man. Like your social media. How'd you come up with the name the Crocodile?
I don't know. When Instagram opened up, I was like, "What's a cool animal?" And I just kind of like him. I have one on my arm.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to turn into that guy because I got one on my back. So that's enough. I don't want to look like Mr. Crocodile, but crocodiles are just cool. Like my whole thing with it was like, it's the crocodile. Like crocodiles are so cool. They're like quiet. They're powerful. They're top of the food chain. They're exotic, luxurious in some ways, mysterious.
And dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's like it's all embodied into one. So it's like not that I embody that kind of euphemism, if that's even the correct term for that, but it's like I just embody the crocodile. Like I kind of like that if you're a little scared to say hi, you know, because I'm a little, I'm not normal, and I got a damn grill in my mouth, you know. So it's like,
yeah,
37, like, you know, I zen. I mix my zins with creatine. I don't drink. You gotta have something spicy.
Yeah,
you know.
Have you seen the show Wayne?
I don't know.
I think it's on like Amazon Prime maybe, but I think you would dig it.
Yeah, Wayne?
Yeah, it's a really good show.
Okay,
and I think you would really dig it.
I'll look into it.
It's like it's pretty cool. It's like a revenge story type situation.
Interesting.
And it takes place in Florida. Part of it
there
does.
You go.
Okay.
And there's like,
gators
and like guys with grills, and I think you'd dig it.
It's like when snowboarding took its end turn for me, like so not to punch through stuff, but like I worked at Lookout Terrain Park, right? So I started that. So when I moved back to Idaho after all my injuries, I felt like the good Lord was like gave me a why, and I was like, you can keep pursuing pro snowboarding, and I knew deep down in my heart that I could achieve it. But I also felt like, but there's this uncertain route that you go back home to North Idaho where nothing's happening, and you don't know what's ahead of you, but your choice. And I was like, my gut was like this: let's live in Idaho, live cheap, and pay off my medical debts. And that's when I got married. I Lookout Terrain Park was nothing at the time, and I helped create it with a couple cool dudes into something awesome. Like we were doing snow shows and, you know, like we were becoming like a really cool thing. And we were like, I took my Mammoth influence and brought it over.
Nice.
And like, you know, I had Ashbury. I know Nima Jalali from Ashbury at the time. And
I love Ashbury.
yeah, he said that, right? Yeah. So
That's the only goggles that Josh rocks. Dude,
Yeah.
since I've known him.
yeah, I was allegiant to Ashbury until Nima sold it.
Yeah, which is a shame.
Yeah, but like those guys, I got to see Nima a couple times in LA, and he funded a couple rails. Like we made we made a Y rail. Like I don't think that was we were pretty far ahead of our time too. When I came up to back up here, I was like, let's make crazy stuff. I have a friend named Andrew who could just weld anything, so we were just like go to town, and we were the nightmares of the general manager at Ski Lookout Pass because I think helmets are stupid. I think I don't believe in helmets at all. It's a lie, and I think leashes on snowboards is super dumb. So like,
Hot takes.
hot takes, dude.
That'll
Yeah.
be in the hot takes.
Hot takes. Helmets don't do anything for you. It's a lie.
Mark Logan would, our friend Mark Logan would
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah, it is. I looked into it because they were like, you have to wear a helmet. So I'm the bastards. Like I did all the research and I was like, hey, look, these guys are in bed with these guys and they say these and they write these rules. And then
And you have to buy a helmet every 4 to 5 years
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And you look
so
at the-
it's certified.
you look at the statistics. I neither deny nor confirm, but you look at the statistics and you're like, oh, actually, you hit a rock. Okay, sure. But I hit my head a number of times with a helmet and with a helmet. Felt the same. So it's your brain hitting. So unless you want to ride like a European grade motorcycle helmet, then sure,
Right.
we can talk.
Yeah, and what we were talking, they were talking about on the bomb hole. They've talked about it many times, but there's this saying like, does it if you do like tomahawk or crash with a helmet on, doesn't it creates more like G forces, so
Probably.
that you would probably hurt your neck or something else more likely
The last
than if
time
you weren't. So
the last time I wore a helmet was at Schweitzer, and I was trying to double cork, and I was like, I'll put on my helmet because I'm Superman now.
Yeah.
And I brought it around, couldn't get. I landed, but I wasn't ready for the impact, and I just blew up, and I coughed up blood, and I sat in the car
yeah,
while my friends rode.
you're like, dang it.
Yeah, that's the last time I wore a helmet. I was like, nope, no thanks.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, I feel like the only time I really want to wear a helmet is if it's just like crazy brick out. Just in the back of my mind, I'm almost just kind of like, I really don't want to like fall back or something and like bust my head. But if it's not brick out and it's just not like straight concrete out, where I don't even probably ride anymore, if it's those conditions, I don't wear a helmet.
Well, you're more ninja
yeah.
because now you're more aware. Like
I like to feel the air through my beanie and
Yeah.
stuff too when I'm like ripping down a nice line and carving and stuff. So
And you hot take, you look like trash wearing a helmet.
yeah, there's a
say it.
reason like why video parts no one's wearing helmets too.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but
know.
I understand. You get along with my boss at Timberline that runs the ski and ride school.
Yeah.
His name's Steve Muse. And he was one of those guys. He was just a beanie guy.
Yep.
And they started to like, there were murmurs of like, oh, employees are going to have to start wearing helmets. And he had been a director like all at Bachelor, at Ashland. And then he came to Timberline and he's like, he never ever wore a helmet.
Yeah.
And he's one of like those crazy, he's kind of like a crazy dude too. He's like a crazy like Viking metal.
Right, okay,
meth head,
perfect.
Drives like a giant Dodge Ram truck.
Perfect,
And like
killer.
blares up and like flips people off on the way. And everyone knows his truck and stuff. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he's gotten in trouble for it. He's
Yeah.
had to go anger management and stuff for yelling at people going up the road to Timberline. But he's like, this is his exact words. He's like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If they try to make me wear a fucking helmet, I fucking quit. I don't want to do it anymore. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But then
Does
he's
he wear
like,
one?
Now he wears a helmet.
Okay. Because when we were they're like, you have to. So we
Yeah.
found the most toy child play helmet. It was Capix. It was like this little brim. It looked as a toy hat, but it was
But it was a helmet.
Yeah.
It passed all the rules, and the general manager was like couldn't do anything about it. So that was like our thing.
I loved in the it was a rail jam a couple seasons ago, and Pat Fava won it, but he won it wearing a mountain biking helmet.
Perfect, yeah.
It was hilarious. He's like, "This is a helmet. You
it
guys
is.
didn't say if it had to be
probably
certified
better.
or not."
It's probably better.
yeah, but
It
those,
might be.
Go home.
yeah,
Yeah, I think a lot of helmets out there are a joke.
It is a joke. It's complete trash. If you look at
Yeah.
the small print, I don't want to get on too long, but if you look at the small print, the statistics on like how many people that hit their head have the same reaction based upon the only part where you hold a scepter is hitting a rock, hitting a tree, a hard surface that splits your head open. Sure. But your brain hitting your skull is...
You can't prevent that in what we're wearing.
No. I remember it was when Sonny Bono hit a tree. Remember that? Back in the day.
I briefly remember that.
So my mom, like, that was a big story. Like, he went into the trees. He wasn't wearing a helmet.
Right.
And he
Okay.
died.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
And so my mom freaks out, right? I'm like probably like 12, 13 years old. And I'm like full on like snowboarding in like the late 90s and stuff where it's like crazy. And I'm just like, she's like, if you want to snowboard, you're going to wear a helmet.
Yep.
And I'm like, I just rebelled so much.
Yep.
Like any chance I had, I was like, I'm not wearing this helmet, dude.
Yeah.
Only in her eyesight.
I wore it until Mammoth.
I
That
used
was
to
like my
store
rule.
it next to it, like my favorite tree at the resort.
Just keep it.
And when it'd be time to go meet up with her at lunch, I'd go grab it real quick and put it back on.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Were you wearing your helmet?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
She's like, you really like that tree over there. What's going on?
Yeah. If you told me to hit a tree, okay, I want to put a helmet on. Like,
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
But yeah, it's an interesting topic, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
You know, people wear helmets, people don't wear helmets. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Who
mean,
cares?
fast forward to my current life, like, they say when you have kids, you slow down. I'm like, no, not at all.
No,
Like,
it actually speeds up.
You're getting into another
gotta keep
gear
up with
right
them.
now.
yeah. Well, I just don't want to be boring.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm trying to prove anything. It's just more like I want to live life, and I ride I have motorcycles. Like, I own a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Like, it's, people looked at, like, when my social, like, I just snapped because after I worked with Riff Raff,
That's right.
I was like, screw this. I can do what he does on the entertainment level.
Yeah.
Because I got to see it all. I got to hang out with like Trevor Wallace and Bert Kreischer, Andrew Santino, Yellow Wolf.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah. These like, like a snapshot. And I was just like, okay, this is actually like a real thing. Like, you can actually do this. And so, like, I was like, I'm just going to be the bastard child. I have it on my arm somewhere. Yeah, you're not my dad. It's like my little saying.
Your mantra.
Yeah. And I was
Check
like, I'm
out
just
the
going to
merch store. You'll see the
yeah.
t-shirts.
I was like, I'm just gonna put it out there and see what it is, and people just like gobbled it up. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm like the vaccine 2 society.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, you mentioned some like pretty big celebrity names right there, like Riff Raff, Bert Kreischer. What, how'd you kind of get into that scene, and what was like kind of the work that you did with those guys, and was it always kind of different with each person, or just kind of make connections and stuff?
But this is very true, and whether you're someone that's listening to this and you're like, this guy doesn't do anything with snowboarding, well, hold up, little pony boy or girl, pony girl. It's all about reaching out. Like, who cares? Like, stop crying about it. Like, send the video, find the rep, annoy the hell out of the board shop person.
Yeah.
And like with Riff Raff, his brother is Victor Simcoe. Victor rode for Rome back in the day. And that's how I found out about Riff Raff, because he had like this crazy music to his part, and Victor was really good at snowboarding, and I was like, that's why I found out about Riff. And I wasn't a fan of Riff's music as much as like just who he was. I was just like, this guy doesn't give a shit. I was like, that's me. And I just hit up the 1-800 hotline email one time. It was like 2020 or something, and I was like, hey, I do graphic work. It'd be cool just to do a tee. Like, I'm not looking for anything. I'm just like, it'd be cool just to like give you a tee design or something. And I sent an email out thinking I'll never hear back, and I just got an email at 6 a.m. the next morning and said, send them. So I was like, started creating all this stuff, and I sent it, and then like within a couple days, this is funny, I had a Google Pixel 3 because I was like, screw Apple, because their phones sucked at the time. I was like, I'm doing this. I'm just switching. Just go, I'm that guy. I have a mullet at 37, so it's like,
Yeah.
just take with what I say with a grain of salt. But I got on the phone with at the time, his manager, and he's like, okay, I'm going to put you in a group chat with Riff. And it was green, because I don't have it. And he texted me on the side. He's like, hey, Riff doesn't fuck with green text. You got to get a new phone. So I had 2 phones when I worked with Riff, and one was the Riff line.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then it turned into graphic work, turned into come to my house in Florida, come in to help me with music videos. I produced and directed Stars. I got Stars on the Roof of My Car music video in Charlotte at the McLaren dealership, and then turned into unofficial management, turned into like, here's my CPA numbers, turned into strategic partnerships, turned into like my buddy Michael Clack and I co-managed Riff for a few short months, and it just all blew up in our faces. But it was a learning experience, but Riff is a high profile celebrity with the celebrities, right? So you might not know who Riff is, but he texts Drake. He knows Justin Bieber, Martha Stewart. Anybody that's a celebrity wants to be around him. UFC fighters, retired NBA guys. Like his network is just nuts. So I'm being thrown into group chats with like Teddy Swims, and like you're like holy shit, this is crazy. Yeah. You know, and then like we did a PR run for Riff in California, and that's when I got to meet Trevor Wallace, Michael Blostein on their Stiff Socks podcast, and I got him on Andrew Santino's podcast, and then Bradley Martin, the Beef Boy, you know, YouTube Beef Boy. Yeah, so you're just like Chad and JT, you know, they go up in front of public boards, and they're like, so we're like looking to do a statue of, you know, whatever. They have a podcast, and so like we just got to meet all these people.
That's sick.
Yeah, you're just like I ran with that thing for I don't know 3.5 years or something.
Okay.
You know?
So you were down in like LA a lot?
No, I lived in Idaho, just remote work.
He was just doing everything over the lines.
That's crazy.
That's
so cool.
Yeah, just doing a lot of that. I go to Riff's place like once or 2 or 3 times a year in Florida. Okay. And then maybe, you know, LA for a PR run or something like that.
Gotcha.
You know.
But you still got to keep it local and just work remotely. That's
nice. He really liked me because I didn't do drugs, and I'm a good boy, and he just was able to trust me. So I learned that I was like a unique unicorn in the industry where they're like, hey, I can actually trust you. You do a good job. Like here's here. You know, so like I kind of was like a backbone support of like design, website, all the stuff I already do, but then also like strategic partnerships and like, okay, let's make you some money. Let's create a tour that actually pans out in your favor, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. What was like the time frame when you were working with him? Was it during like the height of like his?
No, this is a couple years ago.
Oh, okay, cool.
This is like 2020 to 23 or 3 or 4. I don't even know now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
because I remember Riff Raff when I was in like college in like the mid to late 2010s and teens and stuff. So he was big time then, and he still is like everyone. Yeah, everyone knows Riff Raff.
Yeah, Riff and I ended on a very bad note, but like I'm cool with it. Like if Riff were to hit me up again, it's water under the bridge. Like I'm fine. I would never work with him again, but I like Riff a lot, and he's a good human, and priorities are different. But you know, I think that's just where I was like with my social media and stuff. Like I just was like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do, because after snowboarding was the last thing in my life where I was like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and it didn't work out. I didn't become pro, and so like I kind of squashed my want to do something, and I was always like a supporting element to other people's dreams. Like I was in a tech startup in the wedding space. That was my buddy's dream that I just went full-fledged into. I helped create I helped propel a spatula company in the Amazon business, but it wasn't my thing. And then Riff Raff, I was just building his empire, but it wasn't my thing. Yeah. And so I finally was just like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And we got my crew and I. We had 2024. We had like 120 million views. Like everything we did, I threw shit on a wall and it all stuck. Yeah. So we're like, you know, okay, people love chaos. Like it's just, you know, like.
I just saw like one of your most recent posts, the whole like craze of like posts from 2016. That shit was hilarious.
Oh yeah. With my white license.
yeah. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago. So nothing has changed in that sense for me.
Right.
You know,
that was funny, man. We kind of touched on it a little bit, but you being the head of like Look Up Pass Terrain Parks, was that was before you obviously were working with Riff Raff and doing all that kind of stuff? What was that time like? What was it like kind of running your own terrain park crew? Because you took all your inspiration from Mammoth and brought it up here. Was it just a lot of fun to create stuff and do cool shit?
Legendary time, because I was like, wife, you're going to make the money because this doesn't pay anything, and I'm going to build this. And we did it. we became very popular. We had people coming from like far Seattle area to come over to ride our mountain, like because we were just like we blew it up. Like we were just the rats that, like the cats there don't work at all. They don't know how to groom. They would ruin all of our rails most of the time. Like so my buddy just learned how to do it himself, and Casey, the GM, he got hurt, so he was out for the last 2 months of the season. It was the best time. Like, he was gone. It was like, Dad's gone. Let's just go to town. And so we had like a Red Bull can, like one of the ones that sit on the cars. We had it like on a pedestal, like way up high, like it was a bonk thing. We made we named all of our rails. We had one called the Consequence, and it was a up, flat, down, but it was like 10 feet high and about 30 feet long.
Dang.
With like a 12-foot-ish gap on top. So it was just nuts. And kids were getting hurt on it all the time. So we call it the Consequence. And, you know, we're just doing crazy stuff. And then we do the snow shows, which the mountain just viewed it as like, we're just having fun. But we were generating like thousands of views. And Yo Beat back in the day was like premiering us. And we were just capturing a lot of like, I was giving it to Schweitzer because Schweitzer was just like, to me, is like the, I like Dan Nyland a lot. I just don't think they, at the time, made a good park. They never did. And it's just me, hot take. Mm-hmm. Schweitzer back in the day wasn't as good as you think it was, especially when you go to a different resort where they like, and granted, they're not Mammoth. So it's like, I'm not bashing on them. I was just like, oh, this is how you make stuff. Like, you don't put a down flat down rail before a big jump. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, like, you got to create flow and that sort of stuff. And so we were good at that. We had to rake everything. All of our rakes were broken. Like, we were rats. And I had to get volunteers. And like, it was just like a very like community, like my core group of guys building it. But then it ended up becoming like really big, like just socially. And I ended up getting a park on the main run.
Nice.
You know, they took that away when I left. But you know.
That's so cool, man, that you were able to do that.
Yeah. It's kind of, it is interesting because I totally understand that because, you know, you spend your time down in Mammoth where it's legendary parks.
Yeah.
And you kind of cut my teeth working up at the mountain at Hood at Timberline.
Yeah.
Legendary parks, like all the way from winter all the way until summer. And there's just so much creativity and everything's shaped perfectly. And the takeoffs and every single jump is just like perfect
Dialed.
pop into like a perfect landing.
Pristine.
Yeah.
And then I got up here to Schweitzer and I was like, what is this dog shit? Yeah. Why is it go from like a tiny little jump that's like a foot high into a ice landing shit to like a 30-40 footer that's like a pro line? Like, is there no progression here? Is there nothing that we can do about this? And finally, when they had enough snow the last couple seasons, they turned that old South Park that was rails and just like, you know, the regular program into actual like a flow park with like some tabletops and some hips and stuff. So that was cool to see. Yeah. Because us at the ski school, especially like Marty and Josh and like a lot of the snowboarders and Sam, we were just all like, why isn't the South Park like more of just like an all natural feature type thing? Right. And finally, I think through all of us like saying that and like our reviews at the end of the year and stuff, I think they kind of took that to heart and they finally built it finally. Right. But there's not enough snow to do it right now.
Yeah. So. I don't know who's running it now. It could be different. I'm out of the game.
I think
Tyler Wallin.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Yeah. Tyler's sick.
It's good. It's great now. Like now it's like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
Got some good stuff now.
Dan retired and then Tyler took over.
Yeah, I'm a grumpy old man, so I'm like you know, in the park, like, oh, they made this right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Tyler's our age, so.
Yeah. So yeah, and he kind of gets it.
Yeah.
I feel like so, and you kind of. You know, if Schweitzer's going to be what they, you know, are trying to be, working for like doing Alterra and like just trying to be like that big bougie resort, they better like step up the park game because all these like sick riders that are up there are not going to like tolerate. No. Yeah, like Dash Camp isn't going to tolerate some crap fucking jump.
No, and I'm a whole clique above those guys, like Austin Visitain and Riley Richardson and even Dash and Jared Schneider and those guys were like I was not much older, but enough to be older. And so it's like, you know, I was like before them in a sense, but it was just cool to like, I'm not saying I have influence on Austin Visitain at all, but like I was making snow shows and I saw them making them at Spokane Mountain, and they were ripping. Well, I was like, Spokane Mountain too, train park. It was just like, it was sick. So I was like, I'm not saying that I have any part of that, but it's like creating Lookout Train Park and like showing community. I still have kids to this day who are like 10 then that are now like 20, and they'll run into me downtown and they're like, Chuck, like, Lookout Train Park. I'm like, bro, that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah. That's sick though. You kind of had some influence, it seems like, and what they've done at like Mount Spokane, I have a couple homies that work up there, like Patrick Smith, Pat Dabbs, and he used to be at Stevens Pass doing parks there, and then I know the director of the parks at Stevens, Mike, and all these people you just kind of create relationships with. But Mount Spokane is sick with like what Phil built. Sorry.
I'll drink some water for you.
Yeah. And now the rope tow has finally been implemented. So that's really cool to see. So things are changing. Totally. Yeah.
It's cool to be, what I like is I'm 37 and last year I had it. The cool kid, they're wearing they look like Bratz dolls these days, like boy Bratz dolls, like kind of slim and then like baggy down here. Yeah. And I would go to the park and do my like stock tricks I can still do. And I had a kid be like, holy shit, like at the bottom of the lift, he's like, who are you?
Yeah.
I'm like, twice your age, dude.
Nice.
So I was like, still got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you, we kind of went over like Lookout, everything you did there. You mentioned that you rode for Ski Shack back in the day.
Yep.
What was that time like? Some pretty sick trips with the boys.
Yeah.
And
we did a
doing fun
Canadian
stuff with them.
trip.
Yeah.
Justin, who's he's like a captain for yachts or something, I don't know what he does now, but he was the leader of it, and sorry, Julie, they did things you shouldn't do as kids in Canada. I never did. It was me, but like Allie Quinn, Cora Quinn, the Quinns.
Yeah, I know the Quinns.
Angie Quinn. It was a cool group of people, and it was just fun. And Ski Shack was sick. It was my first board that I got for free. From Rosignol or something. They had, like whatever. And it was, I don't know, it's just like, I love going to Ski Shack, and like, especially like when we had like team meetings, I'm like, this is what you do? Like, this is how it works, and like, it was just a really good, innocent time, and just fun. And, we're all there to like, just ride as hard as possible. So like Randall Seaton and like, Josh Wing and me and like whomever else forgot, the other crews, but like, we're just like, it's fun to have like fun competition, we're all really good in our little areas, and it's like overall, it's just fun, it's just like to ride with people like that and push yourself.
It's a family up there.
Yeah,
for sure. To this day.
Yeah. Still is.
They've always been so welcoming of everybody that I know and myself and stuff. So
she's a sweet angel. Julie, when she, hopefully she lives forever, but if she passes, she'll be a sweet, like top tier angel for sure. Like, I'm sure it's not biblical, but I'm sure there's something in unwritten. It's like, hey, if you're this great, you're going to be like,
you might garner some kind of favor in the pearly gates there.
Yeah, Ski Shack at the front gate right away.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and Grandma Carolyn.
Yeah, Grandma Carolyn, that's right.
She's the one who started it all, right?
Everything.
Yeah,
so
she was a hustler, dude.
Yeah.
When men told her that she couldn't do something, she was like, F that.
Yeah.
I'll do it anyways.
All
Don't
day.
care what you say.
You're not my dad.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. Yeah, I remember Chad telling some stories about some of those like Canada trips and stuff, and then Ren being the little guy in the crew, and
because Ren's like a year older than me, I think, or something. So
yeah, that's sick, dude.
And Avery, Kucinich,
Yeah, some of those names that you mentioned, we gotta try and get some of those.
Yeah, Avery's an Alaska pipeline guy.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I haven't seen him forever.
Right.
Ever.
Right. Yeah.
We didn't like each other.
Okay.
I don't know why. We just didn't.
Yeah.
I know those kind of relationships.
Right.
Yeah. I like him now. I don't know why. It's like you're just little kids, but
yeah.
We were neighbors, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's just like
a little bit of a rivalry.
Fuck you.
Get off my lawn, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
What about, let's talk a little bit about the other board shops.
Yeah.
You mentioned like Local 77 and Merritt.
Mm-hmm. Merritt Board Shop, owned by Jason and Cameron Shadrick.
Okay.
They're in Bali doing mission work now. But yeah, I worked there, and that's when things were popping off a little bit, because I was like, I killed my dreams of living in Mammoth, but then like I wasn't willing to let go of like trying to still maybe get in the spotlight somehow. And Nike was a thing. I still ride Nike boots.
Nice.
I will never buy anything
Shout
else.
out.
Yeah. Nike boots, dude. Bring them back. I got like good like flow from the rep at the time, like just Nike stuff. And I actually, what's his name? Schwetty, 32 rep.
Okay.
I don't know if that's still him, but he offered me a pair of 32 boots. And I was like, no, I'm going to buy the Nike boots. I was like, sorry, but that's how like stoked I was. So like, yeah, Ashbury, Howell, Nike were like the main ones for me at the time. Omatic for a brief moment with Todd Richards.
Oh, nice.
Omatic snowboards.
If you don't know Todd Richards, like look him up.
Total G.
The legend.
Yeah. But like, yeah, Merritt Board Shop was super infused. And Jason, who owned Local 77 before that, was in Spokane next to Creel.
Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah.
He had a great thing going too for a while. And his kids are actually like Owen and another one. They have a pet pig. I don't know if it's still alive, but one of them rips, like fully rips, and is like sponsored by like he's like on his pathway to like Ripville.
Okay.
And
what's their last name? It isn't Owen Miller, is it? Oh, is it Owen Klein?
Klein.
Yeah, the Kleins. Yeah, Owen and Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been on his Instagram is 8-ounce juice box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was on the Wild Cans podcast quite a long time ago, and so is Jason.
Yep.
They each have their own episodes, but his story about how he's got that Instagram handle is pretty funny.
I don't even know.
It's a scene from Kicking and Screaming. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Dude, that movie's so funny.
I know. It's great, but it's a scene where he's where Mike Ditka is in the scene with him, and he's just screaming at Ditka. He's like, "You need to go get me juice box. You're a juice box boy. Your job is to go get me juice boxes right now." And so that's why that's
awesome.
Like one of his favorite scenes he's ever watched.
Juice box, dude.
Yeah,
he rips.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in tight with Austin and all that whole Mount Spokane scene is that's super cool.
Yeah, I can't get with the Capita game. That's just me. I'm a big pony boy. Like I can't.
Yeah,
those boards are not made for me.
Snap it up.
Yeah, Crapita as we used to call it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Union bindings. I don't like union bindings.
Oh, really?
I got a lot of hot takes, dude.
That's fair.
We can go for miles. But.
Me and Josh are big union guys.
Oh yeah, see, I think they're like the new bent metal. Like they'll last forever. You can hit a nuclear bomb and they're going to be rideable, but like they didn't feel good.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm on the nitro somethings.
Yeah, I mean,
they're doing big time things.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to talk to you about a new sponsor that we have. So, big shout out to our friends at Fine Brewed Cafe in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Whether you're gearing up for a powder day or winding down after a long ride, Fine Brewed has you covered with craft coffee, legendary mimosas, and a killer vibe. They're all about fueling adventures, connecting the community, and keeping you caffeinated for whatever the mountain throws your way. So next time you're in town in Coeur d'Alene, stop by Fine Brewed on Sherman Avenue, grab a cup, and keep chasing that stoke.
Nitro is good.
Yeah. It is true. It is. As part of me is like I've been rocking these brands for a while, like Union, but I do switch up my boards. But I've liked Union for the longest time, but it's like my feet, man. I ride Adidas boots, just straight laces and stuff, so I don't feel like there should be an issue with like my boots. They're like super soft and stuff. But part of me wants to try like some skate tech bindings or something like that. Just maybe switch it up.
When you
at some
like
point.
get out of the mindset of like Union's like the helmet of bindings, like it's there, and I think they're great. I'm not saying they're bad. I've had a plethora of Union bindings. But I was like, I want to make love to my feet. Like, so I had some fluxes.
Okay.
You want to know what like a what was like the most nicest Tempur-Pedic sleeper mattress you get? It's like mattresses for your feet. It's insane. So I was like, oh, okay, but they don't last too well. So like Tech 9, when I had Tech 9, they had bindings and they felt amazing. And then I was like, I got these ones and they're gushy, but they're still firm.
Nice.
You know, like it's perfect for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know,
and always trying new stuff. Demoing is always fun.
Yeah. I'm in the shop for a board.
Okay.
Like
nice.
I don't know what to buy.
What kind of board?
K2 maybe, or like a
directional.
Yeah, I don't know. I like twin directionals, which is a weird one. Like I like
Like a different side cut?
Yeah, like where I kind of like I have this one's a First Call by Solomon.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You know, this is I trash this board's trashed, but
Yeah.
I like the directional, but you can ride it switch very easy.
I hear the
like a GNU, like
yeah.
one of those.
Nope. Hot take.
Ooh, don't like
How many
those.
hot takes do you guys want?
Dude, as many as you can give us.
Okay.
LibTech and GNU, not for you.
No way in God's green earth. I'm in this Willy Wonka shit. Your wiggly lines and the super camber stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I never
yeah,
bought
yeah.
into it.
No.
I was like, nope, go away. Trash. Probably made really well. Complete trash squiggle stuff. Like, I got everybody at Merritt Board Shop had like GNU or something. And they're like, you need a park pickle. You need a park pickle.
Oh,
and I got a park pickle, and it was like right in a fucking pickle.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
How do I get off of this
Yeah,
ride?
yeah. I got rid of it immediately. I was like, nope. I just want traditional camber.
I've heard really, and this is the one that I'm kind of have my eyes on right now is the Nitro alternator.
Okay.
Which is a twin directional.
Okay.
So and then
Yeah,
also
that might be the one.
Yeah, or the new Arbor El Camino, Jared Elston's Pro model.
Okay.
I just love the look of it, and they don't have like the size that I want. Or
Have you heard of
anything right now.
Offshore? They're made in Japan.
Oh.
I'm just re-entering into daddy money again. I've been rich and poor, and it's been more in the poor, but I'm getting out of it.
Yeah.
And Offshore, I mean, it's like minimum $800 or something like that.
Okay.
You know, but oh my gosh, you look at them, it's called Offshore. They're out of Japan. It's like, yep, those are cool, but I'll trash it.
Yeah.
I also want to. It'd be cool to get the Lamborghini Capita one.
Yeah.
I think it's by Capita, just to trash it. It'd just be fun to ride rocks on it.
Yeah. I had one of my really good friends from Mount Hood. He had a grassroots company in Welch's where he pressed boards. It's called Habitual Snowboards.
Yeah.
And so I don't have it with me today, but that's probably my favorite board that I've ever gotten because it was completely custom. Like I gave him everything I wanted, and he pressed it for me just for me. So
That's sick. Does Burton still do the single rail thing on all of them?
I'm not sure.
That's trash.
I don't.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
there's a
yes,
lot of,
they do.
There's some Burton
But I
tech
guess-
that I'm not a huge fan of.
I got a dumpster fire behind me. I'm just throwing brands in there, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been a Burton guy ever.
Me neither.
Like I think I had one Burton board in my entire life, and I got rid of it within a month.
Who came up with tiny base plates? That person should go away.
Yeah, that might have been Union.
Union
Somebody at
did that,
Union.
and I ripped my binding out. Like I'm like, nope, this is
well,
done.
you're a Charger, so you need a beefy base plate.
Yeah, I'm a Tonka truck, just like
Yeah.
flying down the hill.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so
Yeah, I'm a delicate rider, so I can ride those, but some people can't.
No,
Yeah.
not me. Freaking whale on a board.
I'm like a tacky rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure, man. Let's kind of get into, you mentioned you're married.
Yep.
How many kids do you have?
2,
Okay. Boy and a girl, or?
girl and a boy.
Okay.
5 and 4.
But yeah, we kind of talked about
Yeah.
that a little bit, right around the same
Yeah.
age as my kids. So
Yeah.
what's that been like? Are they trying to get up to the mountain with you
dude.
sometimes?
Yeah, my daughter is a sweet angel, and she's adventurous too, which is cool. And when I had her, I was like, okay, she's pretty. She's not going to be told what to do, and I like that. And then I had my son. My son is me times 10, and he already broke his leg.
Oh my
At 3 years
gosh.
old, he broke his leg, and but he's crazy. And I think because I have my Crocodile crew of guys, so he grew up with, like, I have a warehouse. There's motorcycles and dudes with tattoos on their faces. I mean, he's just like, welcome to life,
Yeah.
bud. And I have friends that are like almost pro on dirt bikes and stuff, and
Okay.
so it's like just guys doing wheelies. You know, I got a killer crew of people. Cole Caro, shout out to Cole. He's a homie.
Nice.
You know, but just he's a walking cigarette, you know, but
Okay.
but he's like a man's man. He can outperform and outwork, and he is an insanely killer rider. He totally could have done the pro thing too, but anyway, like my son, like just embodies it, and it's just like as soon as he got his training wheels off, he's like trying to pop both wheels off the ground, and you know, so
Nice.
yeah, they're getting into it.
Nice.
You know,
Very cool.
I've taken him up a few times, and this year I was hoping to take him up more. We're going to try to, you know,
salvage.
See what happens.
Yeah, salvage the season if we get more snow.
Yeah, season's over. Get over it. It's done.
Yeah, I'm ready for some skateboarding.
I know it sucks, dude, but whatever. I'm already in that mode too. I'm looking forward to getting back on the river. And making money again. Yeah, getting back to work.
I have a 97 7.3 diesel Power Stroke F250 heavy duty.
Oh, nice.
So like that's consumed me on top of motorcycles and stuff. So I have like my fun things.
Is that the one you drove here today?
Yeah, I bought the license plate Zen. So I got that coming in the mail.
Yeah, those Power Strokes are sick.
Oh, they're so cool.
I watch. You ever watch that YouTube channel, Truck House Life?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Timmy.
Yeah,
like I love that.
Super cool.
He's really good friends with somebody that I kind of grew listening to. He had a podcast for a long time with Mark Sullivan. Oh. And his name's Dustin H. James.
Okay.
And he kind of ran Tailgate Alaska, that event, for many, many years.
That's cool.
But he's been on. He helped Timmy like build his entire new house and all this stuff. And so he's a character. Yeah. Yeah. He's somebody that if I ever get to meet him, I'm gonna give him a big high five and be like, "You're a badass." Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun. It's just rewarding. It's just the mechanics. It's fun. And who wants to buy an 80K truck these days? You know, you're just like,
yeah, and they're easy to work on, right?
Yeah,
like you can get parts anywhere you need them, and they're pretty easy, simple fixes.
If you want a testimony, I didn't know cars needed transmission fluid until I was 22 because mine ran out. Oh, I didn't know anything about mechanics. So then I got a motorcycle and I had to rebuild that whole damn thing. So I got into it, and then now like it's just like I envision it. It's just like a big motorcycle, but like when you pop the hood, you're like, it's all right there.
Very nice.
It's not like I had a BMW, and those are cool, but
you got to find everything.
Forget it. A headlight's $1,000. Yeah. See ya. Yeah. See ya, pal.
Yes.
Too much electronics on
those. The German cars are spendy.
Yeah. So this one's just like it's a pile of trash, but it's like a cool pile of trash.
Yeah. That's why I was a little scared for Owen when he got his Audi towed. Yeah. Like that's gonna be a big skier homie that was this last episode that we did. Owen Hedgecock. He's a lifty up at Schweitzer, but he has a nice souped out Audi. I don't know, some kind of
Quattro.
Something like that. Like really nice
4 or something.
Yeah, it's all kitted out and all this stuff, and he loves his car, but it's like, man, it's gonna be spendy to fix anything on that bad boy.
Sell it and buy a house.
Yeah.
Best advice.
That's what I did. Yeah. I bought my first home for $109.
Yep. Or just sell it and get a beater car and have some extra money.
Yeah. No, thanks.
Yeah. Get a nice older Subaru or something.
I'm not okay. I guess I'm a hater. I'm just discovering this. I hate Subarus with all my heart.
Yeah. I love that you hate Subarus. Yeah. That's great.
It's the worst part of my life is Subarus. I don't treat them like humans on the road.
Josh got the Outback.
Yeah, I got the Outback. Yeah, and that's fine. You can hate them.
Subaru Brats are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought I'd own a Kia, but I got the family car.
Hey, whatever, dude.
Kia Telluride.
Hey, dude, I went to Disneyland and I got an Odyssey van. Okay, I'm sold. I want one.
You're all in?
Oh, dude, you kidding me?
So much room.
Captain seats and it's like a spaceship.
It's like a playground for the kids in the back.
Yeah,
totally.
It's cool.
You can move around.
It's fantastic.
Not ever have to worry about being scrunched back there.
Yeah, well, you'll never catch me in a Subaru in my entire life.
Yeah. So that's what my brother-in-law says. He's like a diesel mechanic. He's just always working on stuff. He has a whole shop at his property, and his friends come over and they just work on stuff. He has a big rock crawler that he derbies, and he's just kind of like a badass. But my wife was like, yeah, just kind of thinking about getting one of those little Subarus as our second car, and he's like, I'll never work on that piece of shit.
Yeah. We bought
okay, I guess not.
We bought one, the Crocodile crew, we bought one just to destroy last year.
Sweet.
We destroyed it fully. Couldn't salvage anything on it.
As far as the Crocodile crew goes, is that just kind of like your boys that you kind of do you guys make a lot of videos doing stuff and then just kind of
it's in purgatory,
messing around in the shop and having fun on bikes and
because I'm a bastard. I don't know how to do it all.
Okay.
But I have buddies like Scotty who came through. He's massive influencer from the UK, and I met a lot of these influencers because we had a lot of publicity, I guess, with just I have like 30,000 witches that follow me. Half my followings are witches, which is weird. I'm Christian, no hocus pocus, bitch. But I guess I attract the anarchy people, but they're all making money. I'm not, and I don't know how to do it, and I don't really care to do it. That's kind of the crazy part about me, I guess. I just don't have any. I don't care. I literally have embodied. I just genuinely do not care about, with respect on how things work out. I just don't care. Like, if you give me $1 million today, I would light it on fire. I would get more of a ride out of that than banking it. Like, I've seen money. I have seen ridiculous amounts of money. I have seen fame to an extraordinary level. And the most happiest people I see are the ones that don't have any of that. So it's like,
for sure.
I just, like what, this is my competition. This is BREWED. This is their non-alcohol beer company. I've never had it before, so I'll crack it on before we leave. But like, they're my competition, and they're like loafer champagne boys. And my non-alcohol beer company is called Quitters Club, and it's just like rats. Like, I'm going for lager, water, beer. If you're experiencing the non-alcohol realm zone, the water the real beer is, the better the fake version is. So like Bush NA is chef kiss. Yeah. And so I'm just making like a liquid death version of non-alcohol beer. Nice. So going into social and stuff, like my crew and I, like, we have plans to go. Do you know who Danny Duncan is?
I've heard that name.
He's a Florida boy. He's got tremendous following. He told us to come out. The idea is to like maybe go hunt for a gator. None of us have done that before, so it'd be cool to like hunt a gator. I have like a really expensive suit. I don't know if you've seen it on my social, but I have like a custom. It's a really nice suit. It's spent a lot of money on it. Oh, nice. And I want to go hunting in it. Okay. And like ruin it. And go hunt gator in the Louisiana or Florida swamp. And, we have ideas. We went to Texas last summer to hunt hogs, and that didn't work out. We didn't see a single hog. Okay. But yeah, we have like, it's there, but I'm not like, I'm trying to make the non-alcohol beer company the money maker out of this because my social media, it blew up. And I was like, okay, I can do that. So let's just focus on a product or something that I can like push. And I haven't mentioned anything yet, but like it's Quitters Club, and I'm being very calculated and careful about it. But I hope to push it out this fairly soon. Nice. And hopefully that's a propeller for Crocodile meets Quitters Club. Okay. Like I'm looking for the guys who are like concrete workers that build skate parks and are like the misfits. Yeah. I embody with the misfits. Like, the church doesn't know what to do with me. The heathens don't know what to think of me. I live in my own, I have my own path. And so it's like just trying to attract that, because the biggest thing I get is people are like so blown away that I don't do drugs. And if you look at my social media, I'm like dressed up as like a lady clown, Ronald McDonald. I'm lighting a tree on fire. Like, people are like, you do crack. Like, you do coke.
He must.
Yeah, and I don't. I don't do any of that. So it's like I'm embodying like a clean lifestyle where it's like you can be all this. You can have fun, rip on motorcycles, do crazy stuff at snowboarding at your mid-30s or whatever, and just live. Like, why live in a square? Like, and that's not. Yeah. I have plenty of friends who did the square thing, and they're like depressed. Not all of them, but they're just like, they have their money, and for fun, they go to their second home in Arizona to go golf. Yeah. And that's just not me. It's like,
it's some people's bag.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's not mine. not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I was gonna ask you. There's a crew up here that are pretty big time, like social media, following the Grind Hard. Plumbing guys. Yeah. My boy, my friend Justin says he likes hanging out with those boys, and
they're so cool,
doing crazy bike stuff.
I kind of know the video photo guy. His name's Noah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's a fun. I feel like it's almost kind of like, I don't know, your crew similar to that a little bit.
Yeah, I think we'll cross paths at some point. I'm just more of a rat. Like, I can't build stuff. I'm just more like we go to Swing Arm City, Utah once a year. Okay. And we missed it this last year, so we're going to do it soon again. But we're rats. We go out there and everyone's like in their camper trailer and they have all their stuff and their meats, and we're like intense, and we bring out scooters. We brought a snowmobile out there. Nice. Like a Yamaha 80s phaser, like to ride up on the hills on a snowmobile. Nice. Like, we're just like, and we have flamethrowers. Like, people are just like, you are the circus. I'm like,
that's awesome. Dude. Yeah, that's right. That's great, dude. Let's get into some hot takes.
Yes.
And if we're gonna do hot takes, we need smelling salts.
How do you do it? You crack it.
Crack it right in the middle, and give them all. Oh, good. Go on 3. give one to Josh. Uh-oh. We didn't mess anything up, did we?
You have to throw me another. Well, I got it.
Okay, cool. Miss aim.
So it doesn't smell right now.
No, yeah, no, you got
You gotta
it.
crack it.
It'll crack and
How
turn.
close to
You
the
gotta
nose do you
crack
go?
it.
It's dealer's choice. If you've never done one before,
Let's
I would
go
say
hard.
Yeah.
Close?
Hardcore.
Just
Yeah,
don't
go
hurt
close.
yourself.
Can it hurt you?
I mean,
It
sting.
I've
It stings.
Stings the
yeah,
nostrils.
It stings.
Yeah,
it
it
stings the
stings the
nostrils. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, let's
1,
go.
2, 3.
Holy shit. That's insanely great.
They're fun. Make sure both nostrils. Oh,
You
that
go
one
for the
hit.
second whiff and it's great, dude. I'm going for a third.
Yeah, let it simmer,
Yeah, let it
and then
marinate.
it goes.
You gotta let it marinate.
What if we put it in your mouth? What happens?
would do
Probably
that.
not. I would not do that.
Oh, we got that on camera. That was great.
Okay, like I'll be honest, like it's almost as good as getting your mouth spanked by some very hot sauce, dude. I love.
Yeah, it's in that same realm.
Yeah.
Can we go? How long did it last for?
Oh, you can whip them for
Yeah,
a
like a
while.
minute.
Dash camp, we did 2, and each time he would just like
Give me another. If he does 2, I gotta do 2. Dude.
We
It's
just
not fair.
we were chilling, and I just kept. It was like middle of the episode, and the rest of the episode, he randomly
Yeah,
he would just go.
sniff it.
Yeah, he would just get
How do you?
back.
God, you gotta mix. Okay, I got a business idea. You gotta take this. Holy cow! Boy, that went more into my left nose. You gotta take this with some Zen and a creatine.
Oh yeah. Now that's a
All right.
that's a trip.
That's called. I gotta go with some cool dragon melon, dude.
Woo!
European Zen's 11 milligram, 12 milligram. Let's go. We're gonna pop it in.
Nice.
Wakes up the body. Those are good.
Yeah,
Actually,
they're good.
What do they do? Or is it like
It's just like I don't even know. It just gets you jacked.
makes you cry?
Yeah, but when you're about to ascend a cliff or hit a big jump, smack a salt real quick. They use them. Hockey players use them a lot if they get knocked out. So they'll
I gotta throw my shades on, dude.
they'll pop smelling salts and waft them in from of a hockey player that's knocked out or something.
Yeah, it just gets you
It
jacked.
just wakes you up.
Get you
It'll
going.
wake out a knocked out person.
I don't think they're on. These record, but I should.
Are
you
those
got
like the
those?
Oakley Metas?
Yeah, dude. they're
fancy,
like
fancy recording.
memory saver, memory
That's
saver.
hilarious, dude. Oh man.
I could play music too.
Dope.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right.
Good times, guys.
Nice. Okay.
Really quick.
Oh, we can hear your music in your.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, don't buy this. It's not that good. Buy mine.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. I can't wait until we get some of those in circulation.
I got everything feels closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, heightens the senses.
Yeah.
All right. Hot takes.
Hot take.
Presented by Ski Shack. Love Ski Shack and everything that you
Too.
do support the podcast.
Yep.
Go up there to Government Way in Hayden and get your boards waxed, get some gear, do what you can. Spend some money during this lull in the snow. Let's do that.
Yeah,
Spend
let's
some money.
support
at
your
Ski
local
Shack.
shop.
Yeah.
Yep, support. All right. 3 favorite riders of all time.
Mickelbang, Aaron Bittner, Andres Wig.
Nice.
Eddie Wall, half.
Okay. 3.5. Nice.
Travis Parker. That's too hard.
It's like each era is covered.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your perfect day of riding look like?
Riding out of bounds in at Schweitzer with my dad, who is getting old, but it's just special to be with him to see that. And Andrew Olson, one of my best friends.
Nice.
Us 3, maybe a brother if they're around because they don't live here. And riding on a nice day, like where, let's take a step. I like the ambiance. It hasn't snowed in a while, and then 4 or 5 days, and you hit the out of bounds, and it's just untouched, and it's like a blue day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see everything, and you're just lapping it.
Yeah,
and you're
I've had
coming
those
out of
days.
the out of bounds, and you're just covered in snow. And everyone's like, "What?" that's
Where are you guys?
that's perfect for me.
Yeah. Nice. Favorite place to snowboard?
See, I'm a feng shui person, so it's like, hey, if it's park, Mammoth. If it's powder, Brighton or Snowbird too. Schweizer's still really good, but you want those puppy little pillow cliffs and stuff.
Cool.
If I want to be bougie, go like Revelstoke.
Yeah.
You know, cat skiing or something like that. Banff.
Nice.
Those.
Nice. Very cool. Favorite place to grab food at Schweitzer?
Well, Powderhound Pizza.
Nice.
But I gave it up for a year last year.
Oh,
So
wow.
I just sit and watch my friends eat it.
But you could have it again this year.
Yeah, I made the rule this year, so I'm gonna eat it.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Very cool.
Powderhound.
Nice.
Let's go again, dude.
Local rider that's underrated that deserves more shine.
I don't know any of the kids. Shout out to the kid who's just unseen,
Okay.
because that was me.
Nice.
I had a friend send in my snowboard videos to Smith and got sponsored.
That's cool.
I never got it, like until like my early 20s. So shout out to the kid who's just hustling, that doesn't drink, that doesn't do the bullshit that peer pressure tells you to do. That underdog is my favorite.
Nice. What's been your greatest experience in your career?
Snowboard.
Yeah.
Paying off all my medical bills.
Nice.
Hey, learning from it. You problem solve snowboarding. You learn that the tools that you created for yourself, being goal orientated, very vision orientated, and like having those aspirations, to actually tie into later things in your life. So there's a lot of things from snowboarding, and being I'm thankful to be in a relatively fit realm where I can still do those things. And I don't have to pop some weed pill or something to fall asleep. Like I poop great, I pee great, like I sleep great. Like life's good. I have to attribute to that having a very active lifestyle in the snowboard realm.
Nice. Very cool. Someplace you haven't been, bucket list, backcountry trip, powder trip. Where is it, and who are the 3 people you take with you?
Heli skiing. I really want to do heli skiing in Canada, probably.
Okay.
My dad, for sure. My dad and I are best friends, pretty much. So my dad, for sure. Andrew Olson, and both my brothers, if I can do that.
Yeah, for sure. I like it, man. What's your least favorite trend currently in snowboarding?
You want to know?
Yeah. The people want to know.
Well, the small stuff, like, you look stupid, but I think that snowboarding needs to die. I think it needs to be killed. I think it's too saturated. Kids need to know what it's like to see and wait for big stuff. Like when we grew up in that, seeing that, like hearing the tricks that people did and not being able to see that, like going into board shops again. Like, I don't know if snowboarding needs to die for that, but like, it's just like, you have dope snow. Get that trash out of here.
Yeah.
You know, Burton, I don't know. Maybe some giants need to die. Bring Forum back. I like Forum's coming back. Like, I don't know. Maybe there just needs to be like a caveman era of some sort to have a rise out of it. So a trend, I don't know if that's, necessarily a trend, but like, it just sucks. Like, snowboarding sucks now. Like, I would hate to be, it would be rough to be in the teens to like pursue a professional career in snowboarding, because it's just like Instagram clips, and it's like how many followers you got, and like it makes sense, but like how can you shift it?
Yeah.
You know, like find your inner self to burn the $1 million prize, whatever that is in snowboarding, or in a whatever the quota is. Like, burn it, light that on fire, and find something else within that industry and build something great. Don't follow the trends.
Miss the days of the VHS video part.
Yeah.
And you would watch it the same month so many times that you burn it. Yeah.
Came around, did tours like Travis Rice's and stuff. Like, it just was like pinnacle. It was such an experience, and it sucks that kids don't get to have that.
Yeah.
So if we can get back to that somehow, I don't know.
I like it.
That's my thing.
Nice. Yeah. You're preaching to the choir here, dude.
Yeah, it smells.
Rapid fire. Pants or bibs?
Bibs, bro. Bib boys. I'm a bib boy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Goggles or glasses?
If it's super snowy out, goggles.
Nice. And no helmet. We don't even
No,
have to
no
ask.
helmet, never, ever.
Gloves or mittens?
Mittens. Sorry.
Boa or laces?
Boa sucks ass. Go to hell.
Yeah.
Demons made boa.
You're still rocking the Nikes, right?
Nikes all the way.
Yeah. Josh, do you still have your old Nikes, or did you get rid of those?
I think I sold them a while back, but I did really enjoy riding my DK, my Danny Cast Nikes.
They're hard to find.
They are hard to find now.
Yeah, it's all like I see like there's an Instagram page now of like a guy who like buys old Nike boots and like refurbishes them, and now it's just like selling them.
Oh, they
for,
sell
like,
for so much.
Stupid.
I could sell my
That's
beat
killer.
up ones on eBay for like twice the
Yeah,
price.
I'm
it's
sure.
insane.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But something cool that I wanted to touch on before we keep going with rapid fire is Zeb Powell
Yeah, freaking Zeb Powell. Yeah.
and Jordan. What if he gets so much influence to where he can get Nike to come back and get or Jordan get him as like a signature boot? Maybe he leaves 32.
They're making a mistake if they don't.
Yeah.
But it's two realms colliding, and it has to make love and matrimony, and that's why Nike left. It wasn't making money, so it's like they're money driven, and that's the society you live in. That's not a bad thing. I'm a born again capitalist. I love capitalism, but to find that clink is a hard one. So, dude, it'd be so sick because they, hands down, Nike makes the best boot. I mean, like you're talking about a company that can do it.
Yeah.
They did it.
Yeah. Pow or slush?
Pow.
Okay. Do you rock earbuds when you're riding?
All day.
What's some of the top bumpage?
Well, bro.
Is it all over the place or?
Waylon Jennings, ZZ Top, Suicide Boys, Leviticus. That's it.
Okay, cool.
So Katy Perry sometimes.
Nice.
You know?
Very cool. What's your favorite video part of all time?
Laurie Ascari's part in what's that movie called? He does a 2.7 under the rail, like the flat down rail. Oh my gosh, okay, let's just go back. Vivid. Don't know the guy's name, but he's a back one.
Okay.
And he doesn't snowboard. I think he might be passed away. I'm not sure, but he does his back one from a helicopter, and that was like I'm doing back ones.
Nice.
And it's just the sickest. And
Okay.
there's little parts that I like, but it's not a full part. It's kind of hard.
Very nice. Who's got your best style?
Like who's got the best style?
Yeah. Who's got the best steez in snowboarding?
Mickelbang. I mean,
Okay.
For me, or Aaron Bittner,
Got you.
Stevie Bell.
All right. Great. All right. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Chuck.
Yeah. Thank you, man. That
Really
was a lot of fun.
appreciate. Leave the floor open for you to thank anybody, shout anybody out that you want to.
I think my wife, because she's cool as hell and she's gone through hell and back for me to do cool things, and I'm a crazy son of a bitch. But that and snowboarding, the community that I have, being here in Idaho for a long time, Ski Shack, all those guys, like it's just, you got to be thinking. You can never become something without a supportive element. So
Nice.
shout out to them.
I like it.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave the floor open to you to sign us off this episode.
Hey, you idiots! If you're listening this far, good job. You're not a clown. But this is about snowboarding and other stuff, and you've clearly listened to it. But you have a wonderful morning or day or nighttime sleep. Don't do drugs. Don't drink alcohol. Go out and ski or snowboard and be a rat. All right. Bye.
Very cool. Nice.
My mom's calling me.
Oh, there you go.
Sick.
Say what up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chuck.
Well, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Chuck.